there are two products we are trying to emphasize upon. One is the panel meter, power quality meter. We call it as a Class A meter. And other one is the portable power quality meter, which is used in the industries. Okay, so we are going to talk on two products today. Power quality, we know it's been for ages we have been talking, and a lot of industries have been implementing something or other. Okay, but nowadays what has happened is the government also has started bringing in a penalty system, the demand to see that the power quality is monitored, and also actions have been taken by using the filters at the appropriate level. So that's what actually we would like to see, that we are now focused upon the metering system to give the information so that the actions can be taken. Okay, so this is the screen we have. I'll just very briefly talk about our organization. We are in the second decade of the completion, I can say, as far as L measure is concerned. Okay, we do approximately 200 crore business, which we are expected to do this financial year. Okay, company started in 2004, and there is a subsequent milestone the company has achieved over a period of time. Okay, bringing in various products, okay, and looking at the customer point of view, and what is the product it requires, which is beneficial to the customers as well as to the organization also. So these are the things which we are trying to do in the period of 17 years to 18 years. And we have built up a rapport with industries up to various countries, 50 plus countries we are already there. Our presence is felt, I can say. I've got a clientele more than 15,000 plus, okay. And a lot of products have gone to the industry, different products what have gone to the industries. Other than the product what I'm talking is the normal metering system, where we are actually do more than 1 lakh meters per month. That's the manufacturing capacity we have, and we do manufacture. The demand is there, and L measure has proven as an organization with better product as well as a better quality, and we ensure that we have more of repeat customers coming to us. So that's the credibility and the credentials we have in the market, and I'm sure you will be one of them. So these the 4 sessions, like monitoring as well as controlling or resources and the networking. We have various segments we have, but we are going to talk about the monitoring now. Okay, that's what the power quality meter what talks of. Okay, so today's session will be, like as I told you, Class A power quality meter. Okay, now why Class A power quality meter is required? We know that power quality meters are already there in the market. Okay, now Class A, why it is required? This is a norm which the government is bringing up, that the product should meet, for example, 61000-4-30 edition 3 standards. Okay, now this is what is the government has come up. In fact, if you look at that, it was implemented in 2014. Okay, and then it was again the feature set of this went into reviewing the same standards, and in the year 2022, that is this year again, there is a revision what was happening on this, and based on the CA guidelines, what was done, from 2014 onwards, what has been implemented upon. Okay, we see that quite a few the utilities have slowly started getting implementing, to have power quality meters as well as the penalty in place for the deviations as far as harmonics are concerned. Harmonics can be in terms of we call total harmonics, or we call in terms of total demand distortion, TDD. Either of the one. The government has brought the norms, and some of the utilities are already implementing it. Okay. So PQ8800, that is the model we have with us. Okay, we say that it's a product which is used for to have the information about what is the energy level, which has been consumed by their industries. Okay, how the system of performance, how it is behaving. Okay, and what all the features that when I say that, how are the transients in the industry occurring there, depending upon the various load segments. And the harmonics, when I talk about harmonics, we look at the influencing factors, because if you look at the harmonics can get spread either from the load end to the line end, or from the line end to the load, or can be from the neighboring industries also. Okay, so these things, it's very important that first thing is we monitor okay, the real-time data, what is happening in the industry, and you give all the information. So as far as the products are concerned, total harmonic distortion and total demand distortion, that is already there. The power quality measurement, it is meeting IEC 62586-2 standards. Okay, that's one of the standard what it's meeting. And accuracy class is 0.2s, okay, that is the best what we can give now. Okay, which is IEC 62053-22. Okay, so some of the features that I'm just trying to talk about the product. Okay, so using this sampling, whatever you can see in the slide, of high sampling rate of 1024 samples per cycle, you can try to actually pinpoint and say where the problem is. Okay, that's what actually the beauty about the product, because the product is designed and manufactured in India, and in fact we should be we'll be very happy to say that we are one of the people who are doing it for manufacturing India. Otherwise, most of the products are imported from other countries. Okay, so with 1024 samples per cycle, so you can try to pinpoint and find where the problem is, where the flicker is there, where the surge is there, where the spike is there. Okay, and how is the harmonic behaving, in the industry. Okay, which can also you can check, use as a check meter with respect to the trajectory meter what is installed by the utility also. Okay, now some of the features we built in along with that, it can be a midnight snapshot, or it can be some of the load survey details that is part of the product, but can be used as a check meter with the utility also. Okay, and the power quality reporting is as per EN 50160. 50160, it's a European norm which talks more with respect to the voltage harmonics, the voltage imbalances and all, but we are going more ahead with respect to giving with respect to other parameters also. Okay, so coming back to the harmonics in the product, the display can be up to 60th harmonics, and you can go up to 110th and 27th harmonics in the system. When I say the system, we give a software. Okay, along with the software, you can get the data up to 127th order in both individual harmonics and interharmonics. Okay, and then you can have recording of interruptions, sag swells, flicker, and transients, as well as the flicker measurement, which is as per IC 61000-4-15. So if you look at the standards, other than 61000-4-30 edition 3, which comes under class A category, then for flicker, then for harmonics and all, you've got the specific standards, and product meets those standards. Okay, that's very important, because then only we can say the product is actually meeting the requirement. Okay, so interharmonics, individual harmonics, then the interruptions, sag swells, flicker, and 61000-4-15, which is for flicker measurement. Okay, so this completely contributes some of the power quality information what we are actually talking about. Okay, in addition to this, PQ880 has also got maximum demand recording for all the three parameters like active, reactive, as well as apparent power. Okay, and it has got with time stamping, as well as it has got 4 high and low demand profile recording also. So it can do the demand profile recording for 4 high and low, and then it has got TOU up to 8 tariff slots. Okay, now even though the tariff slots is applicable on the trajectory meters, so we are trying to give some of the information in the metering also, so that it can use it as a check meter. Okay, so the product can be generally in standard. We look at, it should be at the point of common coupling. Okay, which is at the incomer level. Okay, and if there are some critical feeders where they would like to monitor this, especially at the area where there are drives installed, or there may be some of the furnace application or arc welding machines are there where the load variations are very high. Okay, so in those cases, this meter can be appropriately installed within the panel. Okay, so when we are doing the auditing, and when I do auditing, okay, there are 2 ways to look at it. I do the auditing by looking at the raw data on the real-time basis, and also I do with respect to the stored data. Okay, I store the data, okay, and then I do the analysis based on that. So we call it as historical data. Okay, so product has got 2 features built in there. One, a product has got an internal memory, okay, which has got up to 2 GB, I can say. And then it has got an USB port also. Okay, you can have another 4 GB data which gets stored, okay, in the USB, and you can have the USB connected to your laptop, download the data, and you can do the analysis. Okay, so data logging for every 5 minutes, if you look at it, goes, it can store up to 90 days. So if you go up to 1 second data and all, obviously, it will get reduced there. But the data logging, 5 minutes is reasonably fine when you look at non-critical loads, or maybe I would like to have situation harmonics present in the system. They can go with 5 minutes, okay, or they can change depending upon the load behavior, or looking at the way the disturbances occurring within their system. Okay, have the data fixed in there. Okay, so PQ do the energy auditing. Okay, and look at what data can be stored. Okay, and how we can try to utilize this by having the data in place. Okay, coming back to the metering. When we talk about the metering, the data somebody can see, and then they can view the parameters. Then they can look at actions what needs to be taken. Second thing, what we're doing is we are giving the data. Okay, in a built-in web server, what we are providing. Okay, the web dashboard will have some of the things what we have shown it here. Okay, which can be the versatile dashboard there, giving all the information. Okay, and it will have a seamless IoT cloud connectivity. Okay, which that we give along with this as a package, along with the product we give it as a package. Okay, so that the customers can actually look at beyond metering in the panel to have the data in the dashboard. Okay, and look at how the loads are behaving with respect to the specific parameters. Okay, and what needs to be done, what corrections needs to be taken based on the data in the real time what is available there. Okay, so easily publish the IoT cloud platform for remote asset monitoring. That's what we are trying to know, whatever the asset you're going to monitor that. And then you can have a secure data over MQTT protocol. There's a protocol, we can use it and you can transfer the data. And also it supports up to 2 TCP connection simultaneously. So either you can go with 2 TCP or you can go with 1 TCP along with 1 485. So these things are possible. Okay, now because data is required now, they said I would like to monitor the data at the same time want data to available in this data system also. So these things all are possible. Okay, you can explore it and you can do a lot of diagnosing work by using the information what you get from the product. Okay, so PQ8800 has got a lot of features, as I told you, including the IoT cloud connectivity. You can have the products which can be installed in various places, including the industries or the hotels or residential complexes, hospitals, and data center, because data centers are very critical now. They would like to have a Harmonics monitor and they would like to have filters in place. Okay, and then you can look at the commercial malls also. Okay, now this product, as I told you that the utilities are going to come up with the norms, and some of the utilities have already come out. They're talking about the penalty for the harmonic crossing a limit. Okay, so nowadays, we need to equip ourselves to see that, the products are well in place, to see that, harmonics are reduced as much as possible by using an appropriate filter once the data is available from the device. Okay, so these are the applications we find. The applications are numerous. In addition to this, as I told you, that the drives, then the furnace, okay, you name it, wherever the harmonic, because any gadgets nowadays are unfortunately having an harmonic contents, which can get distributed to other places also. So this has to be filtered, and we need to bring down those harmonic contents to the limit was been set by as a goal given by the utilities. Okay. Climate change we are talking. Okay, whatever the climate change, the CO2, the greenhouse gas emissions. Okay, the other thing has to be monitored. Okay, and you have to record the data. And when I say about CO2, is basically we talk about how your KW is behaving, how your KVR is behaving, how your KWH. Okay, whether we are trying to say that I will try to utilize as per the requirement. Okay, or you're trying to underutilize it. All these things are related indirectly is getting impacted on the on our climate change. So we need to have a very, very good monitoring system there. So in addition to that, recording of load efficiency, where we give 5 programmable slots. Okay, you can have a load efficiency program there, and you can do the analysis. Okay, and then you can have the energy usage based on the hourly, daily, and monthly trends. So these are the various trends you may come across. Either it will be in our or it will be in daily or monthly, depending upon the type of, the criticality of the loads, what is behaving. You can, manage energy usage based on that. Okay. So these are the some of the parameters which we try to highlight in the, you can see it in the display there. Okay, the product will be of various options, but we may not give class 1 and class 0.5. Okay, class 2 or class 0.2s is actually the recommended product when I talk about class A, because it meets that 1024 samples per cycle. Okay, and then all the electrical parameters, the voltage, current, active power, reactive power, TST, the voltage and current to 127th level, the K factor, crest factor. Okay, everything is part of it. Then you got TEHD, that is the total even harmonic distortion and total odd harmonic distortion. Okay, now even when you talk about harmonics, even for even harmonics also, now there are norms in place. Other than the hard harmonics, generally we focus upon. We know that the third, fourth, fifth, seventh, ninth, and 11th in some places will be predominantly the harmonic contents which is present. We're talking on harmonics also. Okay, so there are the various things what the product has got the features to display, as well as the data what is available. Then it will have a dip, swells, flicker, transients, and interruptions also. These are all the the displaying parameters. Then if you look at the cumulative data, the energy data, with respect to active energy, reactive energy, everything is part of it. And then we have got the demand, TOD, that is the import export demand. They are already there. You can see more of TOD with respect to import, okay, and energy with respect to both import and export. And then the rising demand, the sliding blocks, which can be 15 minutes or 5 minutes, okay, 30 minutes. Generally, it used to be 30 now. Slowly, it is brought down to 15 now. Then you got the demand profile and the forecast demand. So energy snapshot, hour to midnight snapshot. These are the things actually which is beyond metering. There are the parameters what is looked when you talk of the meter which is connected at the point of common couplings, right? So this product goes into those applications, and then you have got the dynamic communication. Okay, or you look at I want to have these are the set of data we can look into it, and then the Modbus 485 as well as Ethernet port, as I told you earlier. So we can have the TCP/IP as well as the 485, the combination of it, or TCP/IP. Okay, the beauty of this product lies with respect to not only the monitoring the data in the meter, storing the data also. Okay, now the storing the data, we can do it even though you don't use the system at this point of time. The product has got the feature to store, and then you can recall it in the laptop. That's possible. Okay, so just general the technical specification we try to address in this. Okay, the product is the meeting most of the standards. Okay, and then it is a programmable one. You can using the keypad option, you can program the parameters. And then you can have the auxiliary we are given 8 to 10 volts. I'm sure it will be within the general requirement of the metering systems. Okay, then also obviously when you talk about the electromagnetic compatibility, safety standards, everything is built in this product. Okay, and also we look at isolation for 1 minute. So that certain things has been provided. Okay, and this product meets those requirements, and you can see in this there is an the voltage dips and interruption. There are some standards for this. Okay, we talked about 61,000-4-15, which also flicker. There similarly for other things also there are standards. For harmonics it is 61,000-4-7. Actually, that is for harmonics. Okay, so the product has to meet those standards, and then it makes sense the product to install at the point of common coupling, and you can do the measurement accordingly with the 0.2 class S. Okay, having 1024 samples per cycle. That is the measurement of cycles, so that you can try to take some action based on the faster responses you get from the meter. Okay, so this some slides about the feature set as far as the software is concerned. Okay, you can see that when you try to have it on the cloud connectivity what we provide. Okay, so you can know the active energy, apparent energy, frequency, active power, reactive power. Okay, you can see the one of the phasor diagram here, voltage, current. We are going to talk with respect to voltage only of RYB. Okay, each color coded, so that you know the wave. Similarly, we can give for current also. Okay, so we can do a lot of things, using the software what is provided. Okay, and then you can take some actions on that, including the demand also, what is possible here. So this session, the first session we talked about is actually a PQ 8800 for Class A power quality meter. Okay, so before I get into the portable power quality meter, anything is there, you can either put it in the chat box. Okay, and then otherwise you can even talk on this also, like you can ask questions straight away. At the end of the session also will be okay, no issue. Okay, and then we can try to come to a common thing that how what is the industry there, and what way the product can be useful, especially the power quality meter, which is connected to the incomers, and it has got its own, we know that any of the industry that drives are being a part of it. Any industry drives are there. Okay, any drives, we know that it is trying to have its own implications on the harmonics. Okay, so there are filters, no doubt. Okay, but what will happen is monitoring still becomes a very important factor, because the harmonics keeps generating. You try to add a filter, but you try to add one more equipment tomorrow. Again, this has got its own harmonic present contents. Okay, the filter would have done its adequate work with respect to the present design. Okay, but present design doesn't stand there. We keep adding the equipments. Okay, so monitoring is a constant. You have to keep monitoring, and then you can discuss and you can take a call how you would like to implement it, having an appropriate filters in place, right? So this was completely about panel mounted power quality meter, a Class A meter having all the feature set built in. And we are this, actually we try to compare this with some ion series of Schneider, or we talk about the static meters, or we talk about some other products what is available in the market. Okay, we compete, but we'll be happy to say that this product is manufactured in India. Okay, as the Make in India has become a strong presence now, the government is encouraging this, and we are also part of it. Right. So I'll be talking about power quality meter, which is portable. Okay, we call it as nanobip. This product, well, we are not at this point of time manufacturing here. We have got a tie-up with Control. It's basically an Italian company. Okay, they have been there in the market for more than 3 decades, and nanobip is a very strong name associated with them. Okay, and it has got its own presence in the market. I have got a good installation in the market. Okay, I thought let me take little time and talk about this handle power quality meter also. Right. Okay, so this is one of the model, we call it as nanobip 1. Okay, nanobip 1 is basically a very, very compact handheld meter. Okay, and this has got various parameters. You can see it in the screen. Okay, in the meter only, there's already a dashboard available there. Okay, it shows the various parameters. Okay, the advantage here is that this is for balance load. Okay, which we know that generally the motor loads and all generally they're balanced load, which you can try to keep monitoring. What is the power and harmonic present. All those data can be available in this, and then you may try to have a motor which is rewinded also. You also would like to know what is the power factor of that at a specific power. Okay, and whether we are trying to add a capacitor bank, what it is, those things and all, you can record it with this. So what I want to tell is that, okay, being a handheld and very compact device, very easy to carry and do the installation, okay, so easily, without much efforts you need for this. Okay, this is meant for typically is for balance load. It's compact and lightweight. As I told you, it's very compact, but it's like a multimeter. Okay, and it is cost effective, because that is most important. Product should be cost effective so that the maintenance department can have a number of instruments used in different locations. Okay, either in the same company or in their own different industries, what is available. And then it can be used for maintenance engineers and professional auditors. Okay, they are the people who can use this product. Okay, maintenance engineers, obviously, like any industry, they should have this product. Coming back to the feature set, it's LCD graphical display which is having 120 128, and then it comes with a software, but the software now we load it in the website itself. We can try to download from there. Okay, it comes with 2 voltage probes and 1 current probe. The current probe can be you can set you can go for any of the 1000 amps clamp, 3000 amps flexicity, 6000 amps flexicity. All those things can be connected to the product, as it has got an auto sensing method. So it can sense what CT you are given and it will give direct display. For example, 3000 amps flexicity can be connected to this. You can go to the panel and you can straight away measure any of the load which is consuming the high current. Okay, and what to say, you can try to have some data recorded and all, which I'm going to talk in the next slide. Okay, so the accuracy is 0.5, and I would like to look at this product. It should be there with all the industries. Okay, it should be everywhere. They should have it in them. Okay, use it extensively. Look at the all the different loads everywhere. This product should be used effectively. Okay. So it has got 2 alarms. Then it has got a 4 GB internal memory. Now we were talking about internal memory with respect to the panel mounted meter also. Similarly, in portable, you have got a 4 GB internal memory, and you can go up to 65,000, 66,000 records you could do with 1 second data. Okay. So, for example, let me look at this is connected to a motor where you find that I would like to monitor this motor for at least for 2-3 hours or 4 hours. Connect it and leave it. Okay, if you want, you can set with 1 second data or any other option what is provided in this meter, and you can look at the way the energy, the kilowatt, the power factor with respect to the kilowatt. Everything can be monitored in this product, and in addition to that, it has got harmonics up to 25th level. Okay, the individual harmonics you can measure in this. Okay, and also it has got a graphical method because it is a oscillo function. So even you can try to look at some of the bar graphs also in the product. Okay, this bar graphs is not available in the software, but in the product you can view all those things. Okay, then it has got a start-stop counters for quick actions. Means, for example, I connected this a motor. I started the motor. You can see immediately, there is a huge amount of current drawn by the motor. So generally, we say that the current drawn by the motor is 6 times the actual current what is used. So you can capture that, and at that point of time, you can see how much is the voltage drop what is occurred due to the current what has been captured. Okay, so these things and all is the features what is provided with this. And it comes with the normally A type batteries. Okay, 4 cells will be there. It can be connected. You can take some action, and then we are given alternate adapter also. You can have this source locally, and you can use that adapter in case if there is a battery problems. So we talk about the sampling, which is 128 samples, as against we talked about high end, which is class A, but this is coming at a class S. So here the sampling is 128 samples per cycle, and data storage, as I told you, 1 second, 5 second, 10. Like you can go up to 15 minutes also. Okay, and it's meeting the safety standards of 6110-10-1. Okay, this is safety because it's used at the LT side, so it's a safety standard is also built in. So these are some of the dashboard. You can using this dashboard, some of the extracts we have shown here. So you look at that. Now the left side most has got so many parameters built in, and each one like voltage, current, power, energy, waveform. Okay, you can see that. Then survey recordings. I'll tell what is survey recordings. Then harmonics. Okay, and the power factor calculation. Okay, these both I'll be telling. The survey recordings is the one. For example, you take this product to a motor, you do the analysis for 10-15 minutes or half an hour, etc. Okay, so you can have it as a survey. You can give the name. For example, motor 1. Okay, like that. You can give the name. Okay, and then the data can be stored in the memory. Similarly, you can take it to one more motor, give a different name for that, and you can store the data. Okay, like this, you can have the different survey what is done, and the data can be stored till you have the accumulated data up to 65,000 records, what is possible. So that's the amount of data you can store, and then you can transfer to your PC. And using the PC, we give a software where you can have an Excel data, okay, with respect to the seconds, okay, how the voltage, current, power factor, energy, how it has been, monitoring. So that's possible in this. Okay, that is one. Second thing is, we talk about power factor calculation also. So we know that we try to manage the power factor and maintain the power factor above 0.95 at the incomers. But when it comes down the line, that is near the motors and all, the power factor may not be as good as that. So here in this there is a provision where you can have a target set of power factor, and then it will say what is the capacitor bank needed so that you can meet the target power factor of 0.95. This is the example we are showing. Okay, so this is one of the feature what is built in the product. Okay, so you can say how much is the capacitor bank you can add. Okay, and what is the existing power factor, what is the existing kVAR, what is there, and what kVAR needs to be added. Right, all these things is possible in this product. You can try to do the analysis based on the information what is available. Okay, so we talked about NanoWhip 1. Okay, NanoWhip 1, as I told you, it is for balanced load, very compact handheld meter. Okay, this can be acting like a a compact product for the NanoWhip Cube, what I'm going to talk about now. Because NanoWhip Cube meter is actually meant for audit purpose within a plant, which can be coming with either 3 CTs or 4 CTs depending upon your requirement. Okay, so this can be actually a product for both balanced as well as unbalanced load. Okay, it's a very compact product again. It's not a very big product in terms of weight and in terms of the size. Still, they made as compact as possible. Okay, but it has got, say it's very handy, and you can take from place to place. And the recording and measurement is made very, very simple. Very simple. In fact, it has got the 4 magnetic strap at the back. Okay, this meter can be easily connected at the panel, near the panel where you want to do any measurement. Okay, and a single person is enough. You don't require multiple people, that one guy has to hold the meter in hand and other guy there's a connection. Not required. One person can only fix it because they got a magnetic strap connected at the back near the panel, and he can correct the voltage and current, and he can start taking the measurements. So it has been made more simpler that way. The productivity class is accuracy, and it has got 4 tariff bands which you can use it, especially when you want to do some comparison. And we call this product as a true audit meter. Okay, so this NanoWhip Cube, it has got a keypad and multiple features are there. We are showing it in the right side here. Voltage, current, power, counters are nothing but energy. The harmonics, waveform, auxiliary channel. I'll tell about auxiliary channel also. Then snapshots, which we already covered in the NanoWhip 1. Okay, then meeting the European norm, the 50160 for voltage and balances, etc. That is also part of it. And it has got 10 alarms, you can set it. And this product has got transients also, in addition to the normal harmonics, what is available in NanoWhip 1. Here it has got transients, sags, as well as surges. So these are all possible in this because there is a requirement what actually goes in the industries. Okay, this product has got 4 GB external, the what is that, the SD card, which you can insert in the meter. Okay, and you can extend 4 GB up to 16 GB. Okay, then I talked about magnetic latch. Okay, that is coming at the backside of the meter. You can fix it in the panel and you can do the measurements. Okay, so single person is enough to do that. Then this product has got a inbuilt battery, so that you can keep recharging and you can use it. So generally here the campaigning you can do it for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days also. No need to worry about the cell problems also, because this you can connect it continuously. Okay, and then it has got the USB. The same USB is available in NanoWhip 1 also for transferring data, and meets the IP30. Okay, and then IEC the EN50160. Okay. Then it has got accuracy of 0.25% for voltage and current, 0.5 for power. And as I told you, the neutral is an optional we provide. Okay, otherwise it comes with thing. But they can buy it later, or then they can buy it together also. Okay, so the up to 6,000 amps you can do measurement. Okay, we have shown 10,000, but actually 6,000 you could do measurement. And harmonics you can go up to 50th level. In nanowave 1, we are talking harmonics up to 25th. In nanowave Q, we can go up to 50th level. Okay, and then the frequency is alternately given. In this is up to 400 hertz. Okay, generally the system frequency we say 40 to 65, generally 50 hertz it is. But here you can alternately over 400 hertz also you can measure. Okay, and then it can recognize the CT, like what it recognizes in nanowave 1. In this also you can recognize the CT what you're going to connect it. Right. Okay, so it's for the smart analysis for audit processing. So there's already the reports will be available. Okay, standard reports, Excel sheet and all those things are available. Okay, and then some of the waveforms you can see it in the meter, because this has got like transients and all. You would like to do something that's possible in this, then you can view the data, you can store the data, you can transfer the data. Everything is possible in this. Okay, and then assess and analyze data without any installation. Means no need to do any extra work. Okay, they made it more simpler. You can try to use the product and have the data available to you so that you can take some actions. Okay, so this is the harmonics thing. We try to take some of the snapshots. Okay, using this meter in the display itself. So you get DHT, voltage, current, phosphide. So this is generally with respect to the aux voltage what we talked about. And then the right side most you can see there are the bar graph, in terms of patterns, various type of bar graph patterns. So you can choose with respect to the harmonics of voltage and current. Okay, you get the data, and you can see there the bars are taking its own peak, so that you can understand where there is a trouble happening with respect to the power quality information. Okay, so this is the transients and all what is available in the product, introduction current. Okay, and then you got a triggering, what you could try to do this. Okay, so generally we talk about the nanowave cube. Okay, so when you saw it's an audit meter, obviously the product should have a lot of features built in. We are trying to do the best considering even the cost of the product, because we need to be competitive. Okay, so that most of the industries have the product to be used there. So, and they can see the industry current, you can see the map what is provided. And then one important feature in this is you can look at the inverter efficiency also, wherein you try to connect the input at the raw current, that is the AC current what is available, and the secondary side you can connect the DC current, where we have provided those options, and you can straight away get the efficiency in the meter itself. No need to do any mathematical calculation. Okay, so you can have the data what is built upon that. Okay, so this product can be used for audit and as well nanowave 1 also, but nanowave 1 will have limitation with respect to the unbalanced loads, whereas this can be used for unbalanced loads also. That's possible in this particular product. So this is the product detail what comes, the meter, the kit, and then comes auxiliary power cable, then 3 or 4 voltage, so 3 or 4 current flexi CTs or clamp CTs depending upon your type of requirement, and then the voltage probes. Okay, then it comes with we give standard as 4 GB micro SD card. Later on, if you want, you can extend it up to 16 GB also. So the overall, the product comes in the kit what we give it as a product. Right. And there's some software we have, some data we have shown. There are some questions we are going to answer that, which is in the chat box. So software will be having some data like this. Okay, even though we have made a software simpler, okay, considering that, okay, we need to be even cost-wise also we need to have the right data there. So the Excel sheet what is available. Okay, you can take some analysis on this, and then we talk with respect to the whatever the waveforms of voltage and current. Okay, these data are available in this product.